Hey there, this is Sye Rodriguez, and today I am sharing a message with you about authenticity, and I'm going to reveal some things about myself too that you may or may not know, and I'm doing it for the sake of being real and making sure that you understand who I am. So when you are in relationship with me in any way, you'll understand that I do have certain motivations that are not always just benevolent. That doesn't mean that they're the opposite of that. It just means that I'm a person with needs, and as a person with needs and basic desires, I want to have a life that I enjoy, and wanting to have a life that I enjoy, I'm going to do what I need to do to try and make it be a life that I enjoy. Now, when I do that, I'm always considerate of other people. I'm considerate of other people to a fault, probably. And I'm also very considerate of myself, too. So it's not like it's just one-sided. But when I say I'm considerate of other people, there's a lot of things that I just won't do because I want to make sure that whatever I'm doing is actually good for people, and that my relationship with somebody, that there's some kind of exchange that is helping both of us. And specifically, I want you to be feeling good after you interact with me. And that means that if I'm doing something that is not making you feel good, now there's two possibilities in this case. It's either that it's not a good thing that I'm doing, or it's just that there's a misunderstanding, or I guess it could even be something else, like you can't please everybody. So it depends on why you're not happy with the interaction with me. You know, if it's something that I'm legitimately doing that is something that is not good for you or other people, then of course I want to know about it, and I want you to say to me, hey, this is not cool what you're doing, and this is why. And I'm going to consider that, and I always will. So I read an article today. It's called The Six-Figure Glamour Girl Coaching Scam. Be warned. And it's basically, I don't know if it's an actual scam or if it is, it's by Michael McIntosh and Ariel Hecht, I believe. But anyway, the basic is that there's these people that are going around and selling this social media lifestyle to somebody by taking like glamorous photo shoots with all of this elegance and richness around them that they don't really own, and then selling that image after it's been photoshopped by putting it out there and getting other people to come and opt in by paying the people who are a part of it a lot of money. And I'm talking like a lot of money, according to what this article makes it seem like, just so that you can go out and create this facade and suck somebody else in to pay you a lot of money to create a facade, basically to show an image of a reality that is not real and be paid for it. And obviously that's not going to leave your soul feeling good, but it's also going to be misleading to other people. And a lot of people might follow you just because they think you have something when in fact you don't have something. And so what we're really talking about here is our own conscience telling us what's right and wrong. And in the time that we live in, it's become a little bit more difficult to tell what's right and wrong. And there are a lot of people that will say there is no right or wrong, there is no good or bad, and that it's all relative. The reality for myself is that it's not relative at all. Truth is not relative. Now, maybe you can say philosophy is relative, but truth is truth. The world's either round or flat, and no matter what you believe in that, it's one or the other. It's not both of those things. So, and when I say that, just to be very specific about what I'm talking about, so you don't want to play on my words, either the earth itself is shaped like this, or it's just shaped like this. It's not both of those things. And I think you got my point. So if you want to argue with me on that, then I probably I won't even say anymore. But truth is not relative. There is right and wrong. There is good and bad. There's some gray area, sure, and that is dependent on a lot of things. But we're talking about our conscience here and what people are doing in the world and what are they selling. And so, that being said, I've sold many different things, but my whole life philosophy and my whole feeling has been about having joy and about being healthy. And these things are connected. But so, in addition to love other people the best that I can, my favorite quote is, I think it's love one another, but it's something like that. And it was from Jesus. Now, I don't want you to think that I think that I'm somebody special just because I mentioned Jesus. Jesus is the special one to me, so I'm just letting you know that that is true. Now, the other side is that what are we to do in this world? So there's been a lot about, what's authentic, what's real, what are you selling to people? I say, do what it is that you want to do for the most part, as long as you're not hurting other people. And I would also go as far as to say, as long as you're not hurting yourself. And we all have to learn what that means. But if you want to sell something, sell it and tell people you're selling it. And not only that, but do you feel good about it? And why do you feel good about it? Is it something that, are you able to be honest in selling what you're selling? And now that leads me into the next thought, is in this article, a person talked about, should you sell money making products that just teach people how to sell money making products? And that depends on what that product is and how you're promoting it. If you're selling somebody a lie or selling somebody the idea that they can do something that's not possible, then that's going to have an effect on your conscience, and it's also going to make people mad at you eventually. But if you're selling somebody some kind of a system that shows them how to do something that they can actually apply to other things besides just making money, then I don't personally see anything wrong with that. And I've sold products about how to make money to people. Not a lot of them. I didn't make a ton of money. I sold more products in the health business, and a considerable amount of them, and I made decent money doing that. And that's gone up and down. But, my main thing is I wanted to just live the dream life and basically be healthy and share that with people, and be disciplined with myself and influence people in that way by just being who I am, not by trying to teach them. I obviously learn from others as well. But I even hope still to this day that I can make a full-time income off of whatever my passion is, and through actively doing that and then helping other people to get to a place like that themselves. And I think that that is a very good thing to do. But what I found is that's what I started off doing, and a lot of people are looking for they don't want to do the work. They don't want to believe in something that is right in front of them. They're looking out here trying to find it over here in some illusion that isn't real. A lot of times, a lot of people are. And so I found that I guess it was a little bit difficult for me to share even freely knowledge that I thought would help people, because a lot of times people weren't open to that knowledge. They wanted to believe they could have their cake and be skinny too, I guess. So I don't know. Why don't you tell me what you think? Because this is something that's on my mind. I'm not set with how I think about this. I question myself and what I do every day. And I I listen to my conscience. I listen to what other people have to say. And I really want to know, what do you guys think about this? What are your thoughts on this subject? How does your conscience feel today and what you're doing? What is right and wrong? What are the levels of things you can do in life that are things that are actually beneficial and helpful to yourself and other people, and the things that aren't? And where do you draw that line? So please post your comments, share, make a video about this subject, and tell us what you think. Thanks for watching.